What's going on, folks? It's a surprise edition of Late Night with Coffee. Figured I'd hop on tonight, see what's going on. It's late. It's 2 o'clock in the morning. Well, 2:18 in the morning. Some of you are just getting done with what you're doing, and some of you are about to start what you're doing. Some of you are working overnight. Maybe I can keep you some company. I do see people are hopping on, so this was the right decision. Looks like people are watching. I didn't think anybody was going to be watching this late or early in the morning, but there they are. So we got a few people coming in. Just wanted to hop on and see what was going on with everybody. See if anybody wanted to talk about anything. We're live. This is Late Night with Coffee. Let's get the formalities out the way, right? My name is Anthony Feliciano, and I'm your host. Looking for a co-host, just letting everybody know out there. So if you want to hop on with me anytime, we could test things out and see what's good, right? So just want to let you know that if you want to listen to the show outside of it being live, because I kind of hop on randomly, so not a lot of people are able to show up live. But the podcast is available at anchor.fm/late night with coffee. So if you go there, you can see all the avenues that you can download the podcast in. So there's obviously there's Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, Google, Spotify, Overcast, anywhere. So you go to that website, anchor.com. I keep on saying .com. Anchor.fm/late night with coffee. You go there, subscribe. Please leave a review on Apple Podcasts. Leave a 5-star review if you can, if you feel I deserve it. If not, leave a 1 if you feel I deserve that. Because I want to know if I'm doing well or not. I'm just starting and I'm just going. This is more like it's kind of like practice for me. I want to keep on doing this probably as many times a week as I can. And I want to, one day this show will start flowing and, I'll look back and I'll listen to the first episode of this show and I'll probably throw up, because it was so horrible, So my main focus is to stop dead air and to just talk. I appreciate the viewers out there. If you got anything to say, if there's anything you would like to talk about, please comment. Comment subjects you want to talk about. If you're on YouTube watching this, put something in there. Let me know what you want to talk about. If you're on Facebook, let me know what you want to talk about. Where else? Twitch. Let me know what you want to talk about. So this streams everywhere. If you're on Periscope, I'm not sure if you can leave a message on Periscope, a comment. I'm not too sure about that. But if you can, throw it in there. Let me know what you want to talk about. I know I spoke about this the other day. I think it was Tuesday or Wednesday. I was talking about tomorrow, today, technically. It's Halloween. As you can see by I get it mixed up here. Do I do it this way? Which way do I go? Pumpkin and the ghost. As you can see by the pumpkin and the ghost on my screen, it is Halloween today. It's Halloween week. Today's the last day of Halloween week. And tomorrow is November 1st already. But I'm interested to know if you guys are taking your kids out to trick or treat. We got kind of a spike going on with COVID. So I would love to know if you guys are taking your kids out or if you're handing out candy. Because I feel like even if kids go out there and trick or treat, there's probably not going to be many lights on because people aren't going to be giving out candy. A lot of people, they're going to use it as an excuse not to give out candy and keep the kids away. But I don't think we're going to take our kids out trick-or-treating, which is, it's too bad. Sucks for them. But we did buy them costumes, so they will get dressed up. and we're gonna kind of put some decorations in the backyard and let them run around back there. We're gonna break open the fire pit, get the fire pit going, probably get some s'mores, and see how that goes. Right? I think they'll still have a good time. Thank God my backyard is fenced in with a gate, so we can close the gate and they can just run around. We'll probably have a bucket of candy out there for them to eat. So the good thing is they'll get a sugar rush, and what goes up must come down. So eventually they'll pass out and sleep till 2 o'clock in the afternoon on Sunday. Yeah, right. That never happens. I wish it did, but it doesn't. But yeah, I would love to know if you guys are taking your kids out. And if so, what are you guys dressing them up as? Are you guys dressing up? Are there still like costume parties going on? I'm very interested to know if there's like costume parties going. Like, I know that a lot of adults have costume parties right on Halloween, and it sucks because Halloween fell on a Saturday this year. I think it fell on a Friday last year, so that probably was okay. But this year was on a Saturday, which means parties cometh, right? There would have been parties everywhere, but unfortunately, there probably aren't many adult parties right now. That you would be able to probably go to like a bar or a lounge or something like that, and they probably would have Halloween theme going on, and all the adults probably would have. This is the day for adults to be kids. It's usually Christmas and Halloween. Adults become kids, so I didn't have any costume planned out anyway, so I'm good. But my daughter, she's 4. I took her trick-or-treating last year, so now she's like into it. And the year before that, I took her trick-or-treating. But she's very into it, and I made the mistake of buying her costume while she was with me. So every day she's been asking to put it on, and every day I tell her, not yet. It's not Halloween yet. It's not time to get dressed. And, she gets sad. But tomorrow's the day. Tomorrow is the day. So she's going to be hyped to go out there. Let's see if anybody's chatting over here. Chitty chitty chat. Yeah, so that's what we have planned for our kids. I would love to know what you have planned for your kids, or if you know anybody that's doing anything different, with their kids for Halloween. I did see a video of people that were decorating doors in their home. Oh no, I did see a video. Somebody told me about this. A friend of mine. She said that people were decorating their doors in the house. And hey, what's going on, man? I'm trying to get your name right here. Izzy Guzag. Izzy Guzag. It sounds like something Borat would say. Izzy Guzag. Very nice. What was I saying? Oh yeah. So these people decorated all the doors in their home, and behind every door is an adult. And so they're bringing the kids that live there, I guess, to each door, and the kids are knocking on the room doors and saying trick or treat. I thought that was a cool idea, but my house isn't the biggest. It's sufficient, but it's not the biggest, and I feel like they wouldn't have too many rooms to go to. Plus, it's just me and my wife, so we would have to go into each room before they went into it, and that's time consuming. But yeah, so I mean, it sounds it's a pretty good idea. I will say that. By the way, Izzy Guzag, I appreciate you leaving a comment on Periscope, because I was just asking earlier. I was just wondering earlier if you're able to even leave comments on Periscope. So I appreciate you doing that, because now I know. So what we're talking about is Halloween. If you're taking your kids out, if you feel safe taking your kids out, if you feel safe going to other people's homes, it's pretty rough out there right now. Some people are over paranoid. Some people are under paranoid. It is a real thing. So you still got to be careful. And even if you feel like you're good, the person next to you might not be. So you can be I guess you could be. I'm no professional. This is a very unprofessional take on it. I guess you can be asymptomatic and give it to the next person next to you, or pass it on to somebody else that could be high risk, and things could go wrong there. So we all got to be careful and do what we got to do to be safe. The good thing about Halloween is you usually have a mask on, right? So that's good. I see a lot of nurses, doctors, and surgeons, surgeon costumes. What do you guys think? That's what I would do. I would just dress up, get some scrubs, put some scrubs on, and throw a mask on. Done. Put some like fake blood on the costume, so that's Halloweeny. And I would dress up like a crazy surgeon, I guess. Put on some scrubs, throw some fake blood on there, and just put on a mask. The mask that that everybody's wearing right now. So it would work. It would definitely work with the costume. So you could even put a little bit of that fake blood on the mask as well. So that's a way to go, right? I just thought about that right now. I think it's a good idea. So dress your kids up. If it's not too late, dress your kids up as surgeons or doctors or nurses or anything that requires a mask, because then that's perfect. That's very perfect. So my daughters are dressing up so I have a 4-year-old and a 2-year-old, and my 4-year-old is dressing up as Batgirl. So she's pretty excited about that. She's very much into Batman, like her dad, weirdo. And my 2-year-old, she's dressing up as Supergirl. Now she has no idea who that is or anything like that, but she will love the little skirt that comes with it, because she's a girly girl. She's very brolic, I'll tell you that. She's a bully, but she's still a girly girl. Like, she loves putting on skirts. She starts to spin around. Right. So anyways, what else, guys? What else is going on? I forgot to mention, my dog has a costume as well, and she's gonna be okay. She's a female dog, but she's gonna be Batman. I found a costume last year, I think at Petco. It was on clearance. It was like $2. I couldn't pass it up. So she's a chick dog. She's a girl dog, but she's gonna be Batman. So we're gonna have Batman, Batgirl, and Supergirl. So that should be cute. Hopefully she stands. Hopefully the dog stands still enough for me to take a picture of the three of them. Hopefully, might not happen. I might have to leash her up just so that she can stay still. Because once she gets in that backyard, she wants to like fly around the fences. And I probably should leash her anyways, because there's a little space under the fence that she's been looking at. She's been eyeing. So I think she's gonna try to go through there one day, and I don't want to wait till it's too late and she's gone. I think she'll come back eventually, but I've seen her take off after squirrels. One time there were turkey in the street and walking, like wild turkeys walking across the street, and I made the mistake of opening the storm door, and she went flying out. I've never seen those turkeys run so fast. Usually when I'm driving and I'm going down a block or whatever, and the turkey are in the middle of the street, they take their sweet time, because I feel like they know instinctively that you're not going to hit them. So they take their time and they just hang out and chill out and don't do much. They're not in any hurry. And meanwhile, you just want to run them over. But you don't, because they're huge. And that's the only reason. But you do want to run them over. So when my dog went flying out there, those turkeys were like, nope, this is a different animal. This is not a car. This thing is not human. and she is coming for us. And sure enough, she went after them. And it's funny because she didn't go after them to do anything. She wanted to play, because she didn't bite any of them because she was right in the middle of them. They probably could have jumped her, but they don't know any better. But she was just playing with them. She was like running around them and just carrying on. And then, I screamed at her to come. Well, I think the turkey started to disperse in different directions. And then I called her, and I think I kind of got her attention. She was like locked in on the turkey, and then she heard me call her, and she came running back. Thank God, because thank God I don't live on a really busy street, but because that could have ended badly. So thank God I dodged that bullet. Man, I wonder what people are doing. So there's a street in like 2 or 3 towns over that I usually go to bring my kids to trick or treat, and there's probably like 2 or 3 long blocks of houses that participate in Halloween. They do a really good job, and so I wonder what they're doing. They must be like hurting because they do something every year, and that's something for them to look forward to. It's kind of like people that put together big holiday things outside, and then they can't, like the lights and all that stuff, and then one year they just can't, and they're looking forward to it, but they just can't do it. I mean, what can you do, right? But yeah, like I said, there's like 2 or 3 long blocks where people, like, some of the houses have haunted houses, and they're like they have trails in their backyard, little short trails. I know a house that does at the end of a block this has been like this for years too. I've been trick or treating at the same spot for probably like 10, 11 years, maybe longer, and they always have apple cider at the end of the trail. So, which is cool, you're pretty much eating candy while you're walking and things like that, and it's nice to have something to drink at the end. I do like those houses that give you like Capri Suns and like bottled water. I think that's genius, because who doesn't, like, you're out there, you're not really carrying water. I don't think if you're like in a car or something and somebody's driving, on the side while you're walking, then that's different. Because you might keep a water in there, but if you're just somebody that's just walking, then you need somebody to give you something to drink. Yeah, I think that's right. That's a good thing to do. What's the craziest thing you've ever gotten in a trick or treat bag? I would love to know that. Another thing I do want to tell you, on anchor.fm /late night with coffee, you can leave messages there. So you can, if you can't answer my questions now, you can go on there and answer questions, and I can play them during the podcast or during the show. So you can go there, leave a message, a voice message, and I can just answer your questions. Or if you just want to leave a general comment, hey, you're doing a fabulous job with the show, or hey, you suck, you should give it up. Don't give up your day job, as they say in the biz. But yeah, so if you're watching, because I see people are watching, if you're watching, leave me a comment. Tell me what's the craziest thing you've gotten in a trick-or-treat bag. I've never gotten anything crazy. I can't say I've gotten anything crazy. I'm trying to think of something. I think one time someone tried to give me a slice of pizza, but I was all set, and that was, I guess that was weird, but I didn't want it. What's the worst candy to get on when you're trick or treating? The worst candy to get for me, it's Is it Mary Jane's? Mary Jane's. Do you remember back in the day they used to just take a scoop of candy corn, just throw it in your bag? How gross is that? It's just sweet wax. I hate candy corn, but they used to just like scoop it with their hands and just bam right in your bag. Like that's disgusting. That's so nasty. It would just be loose in your bag hanging out. So my favorite candies are chocolate. So if they once they gave me chocolate, I was good. But I didn't want jelly beans. I didn't want jawbreakers. I do like the Smarties, so I was happy with those. What else? Sour Patch Kids, things like that. But if you gave me chocolate, give me a Kit Kat, Snickers, not Milky Way. Nobody likes Milky Way. So my wife, she was at Costco the other day, and she sent me a picture of full bars. You know, the whole candy bar, a pack of whole candy bars, and she goes, "Should I get this?" I said, "Hell no! There's way too many Milky Ways in there. Nobody likes Milky Way. If I didn't like it, I'm not gonna give it to somebody else. So Milky Ways could go." So we ended up getting a bag of 150 like assorted miniatures, but there's not a lot of Milky Way in there, so that's good. You know, because when you're giving well, we're not going to give out candy anyways. We're going to have it in the backyard with the girls, and I think maybe the neighbors are coming. I'm not sure. They said they're not going trick or treating, so maybe they might come over and hang out with us around the fire pit and have some s'mores. I'm really nervous to make s'mores tomorrow because I feel like it's really messy, and marshmallows make me throw up. So I'm gonna have to get a pack of probably the big marshmallows so that they can make s'mores, and then the smaller ones, the smaller marshmallows, or maybe I could just cut a marshmallow in half. When it's too much marshmallow, I can't take it. I just cannot take it. I had a really bad experience when I was younger. Want to hear about it? Here it goes. So when I was younger, growing up I grew up in New York. So it was me and my mother, and we went to Baskin Robbins, and she decided to buy herself, and my brother a pint of ice cream. So my brother wasn't there, and she bought her ice cream. She bought me a Rocky Road, and she bought him a Rocky Road as well. So here's what happened. It was during the day, probably like afternoon, 2 or 3 o'clock, 4 o'clock maybe. I ate mine, and so I don't know if they still make it like this, but Baskin Robbins used to put whole marshmallows in the Rocky Road. So I ate that, and it was a little weird, you know. It's a texture thing for me. So I ate mine, and then we got home, and my brother never came home. So he used to do that sometimes. He would just go out and not come home till the next day or whatever. But he didn't come home, so I ate his too, and I got so sick. I was throwing up because I guess I had that texture again in my mouth, and I just couldn't. It didn't agree with me at all. So I was tossing cookies that night, and from then it just became a mental thing. I think I just couldn't have marshmallows, and I used to like s'mores, and I still like s'mores. That's the thing. So if you give me a s'more, it just has to have more chocolate than marshmallow. I can't put that big giant marshmallow on my s'mores. So I have the same issue with cheese. So if I make a sandwich with sliced bread, if I have cheese on it, I have to fold the cheese in half and put the half on the sandwich, and then wrap that other half up and put it in the refrigerator for the next time I have a sandwich, I guess. But I've been excuse me, I've been trying to get better with that because lately I've been trying to do the whole slice of cheese and kind of like putting a little bit more deli meat on it to hide the taste of the cheese, I guess. But at that point, you don't even taste the cheese, so I don't know why I do that. I may as well not even put cheese on it. So who's out there, guys? I see people are watching. I appreciate you guys watching. Leave a comment. Let me know what you want to talk about. Right now I'm just talking about stuff that didn't agree with me as a kid, I guess. Started off with Halloween. If you're taking the kids on out for Halloween, if what was your favorite candy? What was the candy you hated the most? Were you one of those people that carried a pillowcase to trick or treat? I never did that. I never carried a pillowcase. I think the worst that I've done is, I guess, a plastic bag, like a regular shopping bag. That's probably the worst. But I hate, like, I think I tried to do a pillowcase one year, but the good thing is that those blocks that I was telling you about, we used to live like right down the street from them. So the pillowcase has no handles, so you kind of got to hold it, like you got to cinch it. So that started to get aggravating. So what I did was I just went home, switched out the pillowcase for a book bag. I just emptied out my book bag from school and just started putting the candy in there, because then I could just put it on my back. I don't know why I never thought about that before. It's such a great idea. When I thought about it, I was like, duh. That's really what'd you call it? Obvious, It's something I should have thought of, but I didn't. It's all right though. It is what it is. So what else? Help me out, guys. Help me out. Help me out with some subjects that you want to talk about. More than happy to. Election day is coming up, huh? Nope, I'm not going to talk politics. I promised myself I would not speak on politics because I just don't want to. It's very divisive. So I try to stay in my lane and just hang out here talking about not much. That's not what this show is for. If I had a political show, that'd be different, but that's not what this show is for. So I think I'm how long have I been recording? I'm curious. I gotta be hitting a half hour, right? Oh wow, I have been speaking for about a half hour. That's not bad. Not bad. So I see people are still watching. That's good. So I got your attention. Leave a comment. Say hi. Say hello, because I would love to know who's on. I would love to know who's watching, because I would like to thank you. But I can thank you without knowing who you are. So I really do appreciate you watching. What else can we talk about? That's probably it, right? Later on today is Halloween. I got to get up early in the morning and pick up some light decorations. Because like I said, it's just going to be my wife and my kids, and we're just going to put some stuff up on the fence and whatever, buy a couple of pumpkins, and put them out. That's about it. It shouldn't be too bad tomorrow. I think it's supposed to, what's the temperature supposed to be tomorrow? Now I'm curious. Huh. Ooh, so it's going to be a little chilly tomorrow. Perfect fire pit weather, right? So around 1 o'clock, it's going to be 43 degrees. So it's going to be colder during the day. But around 1 o'clock, I wish I could see, and the sun's going to be out, so that's good. But it's not showing me past 1 o'clock. What's the deal with that? I don't like that. It is what it is. All right, so people are watching, but they don't want to comment, and that's cool with me. It is what it is. Can't make anybody do what they don't want to do, right? What can you do? Yeah, so it's been about a half hour, so not much is going on. I'm doing all the talking, which I'm cool with, to help me practice a little bit. So I appreciate you guys watching the Late Night with Coffee show. So this is, like I said, this is Late Night with Coffee. Make sure you go to anchor.fm/ Late Night with Coffee. All right. So it looks like another person just jumped in. Another person's watching. So if you want to leave a comment, leave a comment. I'll stay on for a little bit longer to see if you got anything you want to talk about, any questions or anything like that. I'm here for you. You know, like it says right there. Please comment subjects you would like to talk about, because I'll talk about anything. Doesn't matter to me. I don't mind, except politics and religion. I don't want to talk about, because people like to argue, blah, 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 excuse me. People like to argue, and I'm all set with that. You know, I don't mind debating, but I hate when people argue. You know, people don't like to have an intelligent conversation anymore. They just want to argue, and I'm all set with that. Yeah. So, all right. So nobody's saying anything. That's cool. I don't mind. You know, I don't mind at all. Like I said, you can go to anchor.fm/late night with coffee. While you're there, you can check out the many places that you can download the show, or, you know, you can basically watch the show from any podcast catcher that you have. Not watch the show, excuse me, listen to the show. You can watch the show on YouTube and on Facebook Live. Well, on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitch. And I don't think Periscope saves videos, but so you can't go there. But the video of this podcast will always be available on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch. If you want to listen to the audio, you can just pull up Late Night with Coffee on your favorite podcast catcher. And let's see, you can go to anchor.fm/Late Night with Coffee to subscribe. You can leave messages. You can leave reviews, I believe. No, reviews you need to leave on Apple Podcasts. 5 stars if you don't mind. If you like the show. If you don't, feel free to give me 2, 3 stars, whatever it is. You know, that's how I learn. But if you do like the show, give me a 5. You know, give me a high 5, sky 5. And also, while you're there on anchor.fm/late night with coffee, you can also donate. So if you want to give $1 a month, you know, help me out. If you want to give more, that's cool too. But yeah, if you want to help me out, give $1, subscribe for $1 a month. It's not bad. That's what's that, like 3 or 4 cents a day or something like that. Not even. So yeah. So that's about it. I hope you guys have an excellent night or morning. I hope your Halloween is safe. Be safe out there. Watch your kids. Definitely watch your kids, because people are crazy. So watch your kids. Make sure they're around you at all times. Don't let them wander off. Keep an eye on them. And we'll talk soon. All right. You guys have a great night. Happy Halloween. And I'm out.